He's playing for Storm Gaming and playing from Korea, all the way from Korea. Give it up for GUMIHO.
Alright, at the 7 o'clock position, we have Shopify Rebellion's Byun in the red Terran. And you know what, Snoopy? Based on the colors, I'm not already feeling good for Gumiho.
So I'm taking that you are more favorable to the red color.
No. I actually don't like both yellow and red.
Okay.
But what does yellow represent, Snoopy? Woodstock. What does red represent, Snoopy? The color of Joe Cool's shirt or the Flying Aces, headgear? Or I should say the string on the headgear. Meaning, I think most of the time when I watched Snoopy the animation, then Snoopy usually came out on top over Woodstock most of the time, except for the one time where they played tennis. So color-wise, I don't know. Looks like another uphill battle for Gumio. But already we have Reaper Expand versus Double Gas opening. So if Gumio can deflect the early offensive plays coming out from Byun, then he will be in a actually good spot because of this economic approach. Now Byun just gearing up to make additional Reapers and Hellions, and he's just gonna stop at 2 instead of going for 5. So usually the circumstances that you go for 5 Reapers and then 2 to 3 Hellions is when you want to play really safely, but obviously, you know, at this stage, Byun actually has to be the aggressive one, so just gonna halt there. We'll see on Cyclone production immediately, followed by the Starport. I'm sure Gumio's gonna do the exact same thing once his tech lab on the factory finishes. Then the orbital about to finish for Gumio at the natural, so he's gonna start throwing down mules faster than Byun. It'll be interesting to see what this tech lab is gonna do. Oh yeah, immediately gonna put it onto the Starport. Let's see whether it's gonna be Banshees or it's gonna be Raven. Yeah, the Raven. So he's probably gonna go for maybe 2 Raven push. Could be even 3 Raven push.
Yeah.
Well, at one point, like 3 Raven was the thing, right, Snoopy? And then at certain points, 2 Ravens became the thing, you know?
Yeah,
we'll
and not only can he just go in for the attack with the Raven, he can actually send a Raven in the back door and just maybe throw down some auto turrets into the mineral line too, right? So, I mean, a lot of usefulness with those Ravens.
Yep. You need interference matrix against tanks. You want to throw down a bunch of auto turrets. So they have a lot of versatility, especially in this matchup. Like Ravens are good in TVP and also good in TVC as well, but I don't think they're as good as they are in TVT for sure. Now Byun going for fast third CC. As Gumio just trying to crank out as many units as possible. In case if Byun gets ultra aggressive, he wants to stay alive for sure. But you can see from the build order difference, you see the early eBay from Gumio. You can see the +1 weapons attack upgrade. So I think once that finishes, that will be kind of like the green light for Gumio to actually move out and try to push. But the biggest factor would be the absence of Ravens for Gumio. So let's see how much damage he can inflict onto Byun using these 16 Marines with loaded in double medevacs.
Yeah, this is going to be a period of time where Byun, because of his going for more of an economic opening, not going to have that stem in time to help defend. But you know what? Maybe with this Cyclone can maybe scare off the medevac. And, you know, at least delay this attack here. Now, will GUMIHO commence with a drop, even though there is one Cyclone? So, you know, it's going to be a decision, definitely for GUMIHO. And here we go. He's going to fly in, and he does.
The Ravens and the Vikings, they're on their way. Just need to evacuate. Already one medevac down. There goes the auto turrets. The Cyclone is still alive. That medevac is not going to make it out alive. Nope. Then yeah, traded some Marines. 4 SCVs went down because of this Cyclone and the drop, and there's gonna be another drop coming in at the natural. More SCVs falling. 7. Oh. Also a tank. Oh, juicy tank shot. 11 down. But you know, all in all, 14 down actually. Okay, that's actually bigger than expected. The last 2 tank shots really you know, came in handy for GUMIHO. Now GUMIHO of 7 workers, and because he planted the 3rd like on site, all he has to do is just now transform that into orbital, which he does now. There's the scan down, and by having that faster third CC, you know, Byun struggling to saturate the mineral line, and you know, and Byun is significantly behind in terms of the upgrade game as well. So all in all, looking good for the wood stock.
Yeah. Now Byun does have at the very least, he does have a Raven remaining here, which can definitely help. He does have one more tank as well. Just gotta make sure he's in the right position.
Yeah, and also he built depots at the outer skirts of the base as well to gain vision against those medevac drops. But right now, GUMIHO taking down the sense tower, but he can't push in any further because of the superior vision by Byun using the Vikings plus Raven. So GUMIHO immediately backs off, and you know, he hasn't actually started 2-2. That's actually not good. But he has a double tank production with double factories, whereas Byun getting 4th and 5th racks, still on only 1 factory. And still the 2-2 1-1 haven't finished for Byun. So even though GUMIHO started 2-2 later than the ideal timing, he would still be up. But you know, he could really increase that upgrade discrepancy had he started a bit sooner. So that's a bit unfortunate. But right now, both players trying to build that 4th CC. Only difference is Byun is building in front of his natural, and GUMIHO building on site. So obviously GUMIHO is gonna have the expansion activated much faster than that of Byun. But Byun immediately picking off 1 tank. That's great. And both players just trying to you know, max out and see what they can do afterwards. Not committing too hard right now, because you know, one misstep, then it can really shift the tempo of the game, especially for GUMIHO right now, because he has the map control, he has the tempo. So you know, why would he, you know, throw units away and then relinquish that tempo to Byun, especially when Byun has GUMIHO knows that Byun has the Viking advantage as well as the Raven advantage.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult for GUMIHO to break Byun right now, because Byun has taken such a defensive stance here. Only now is Byun starting to move out with a couple of his Marines here. But GUMIHO gonna go ahead and try to circumvent to the side here to at least take out this 6 o'clock base. But it has been scouted. The scan did see the movement. And it looks like Byun will go ahead and siege up his tanks, but not quite as far.
So, oh, those 2 tank shots. Oh. that wounded the two tanks. Let's not go. Oh, there goes the interference matrix. I mean,
Oh.
he could have used one of the matrices onto the full HP tank beneath, but and also he didn't even engage right after using the interference matrix. So I'm not sure what Byun's intention was regarding it. He's just trying to stall and buy time, but I think he's just gonna stall and buy time for the 2-2 to finish. But is this gonna be enough though? Oh, gotta be careful. The Raven's so low in energy. There goes the auto turret.
Oh my god.
Some tank shots.
Byun, please repair those tanks. So low in life here.
Yeah. One volley could take out both tanks for sure. Okay, right now 3-3 have been started for GUMIHO, whereas Byun still stuck on 2-2. He's getting +2 attack upgrade for the siege tanks. But, oh, and nice catch right there. GUMIHO couldn't siege, and these tanks and medevacs and marines are gonna be gone.
Oh man, that was
nice pickup.
Yeah, that was a great interception there. A little bit of luck there, but nonetheless, Byun did go ahead and get on top of it. Meanwhile, GUMIHO going for a backdoor drop here. I'm not quite sure this was the smartest idea, especially with the air superiority of Byun with the Vikings. But you know what? Actually, getting 20 SCVs, not too shabby. Kind of evening up the worker count. And now GUMIHO is going to take the lead on the worker.
Yeah, 26 down, and still one marine being a menace at the backside of the natural refinery. I think Byun's gonna just gear up and go for a counter push. He's gonna feel like he took so much damage that he needs to counter push right now to, you know, pick some points up. But GUMIHO already has a comparable size of an army. As you can see, 104 versus 111. Byun immediately spotting. Oh, he sieged a little bit late, so as a result, he lost 3 tanks due to it. He still has 6 Vikings. He needs to be careful.
Oh man,
he can't manage to lose all these Vikings, but he does, and now there's no longer air control coming from Byun. Look at this, once again, late siege, and the Marines just focus firing onto the siege tanks, and 3 additional tanks down. And despite all that, the supplies are even, Snoopy.
Yeah, surprisingly, I mean, that was not the prettiest of movement there by Byun. And yeah, I'm a little surprised it was the supply was even that close. But now it looks like GUMIHO is inching more and more forward. There's so little units here, so little Marines for Byun, and GUMIHO is going to go ahead and, like a shark, smelling blood in the water, going to go for the juggler, and GUMIHO with the solid game 1 victory here.
Yeah, already an odd looking positioning of the barracks. Nearly puts the reactor down. Let's see what's the follow-up. Alright, he's gonna build the second depot to acquire a vision of that ramp, just in case of a Reaper or even potential drop play. You can always place the siege tank at the lower ground, and then, you know, elevator drop the Marines onto the top and be a nuisance. GUMIHO going for Reaper expand, so identical build as last time. Byun going for double gas. You can see he's doing some gas management because he's not mining with 6 SCVs, mining only with 5. Then safety valve bunker being dropped by GUMIHO, as well as a factory and second refinery. So I think it's good. Oh, he's actually going for double Reaper production. Okay, so this is gonna be, I think, 5 Reaper, 4 Reaper for sure. Let's see whether he makes another cycle of Reapers from the Rex. If he does, he's just gonna go ham with like 6 Reapers plus like 3 Hellions or 2 Hellions, depending on the situations.
Yeah, and I mean, the question will be whether Byun get scared and backs out because of the bunker, or will he just bypass it and just go straight into the mineral line and at least delay, some of the mining time of the SCVs, maybe possibly actually catching some of those SCVs as well, because GUMIHO did take the CC much earlier compared to Byun, so I think Byun is definitely looking to get some sort of economic damage across the map.
I think he's gonna utilize the Reapers to go up to jump up the high ground, and then just use these two Hellions for. They can either just ignore the bunker and go in like that, and already two Marines that were taking that post fell and trying to take some economic damage. At least this Hellions gonna go down for now. Look at that nice grenade, picking off two more SCVs, so total of 5 SCVs gone down in exchange of 4 Reapers and 2 Hellions. And now we already see some difference. GUMIHO going for the Banshee, and then Byun going for the Raven. Like TVT, especially like Cloak Banshee, they're pretty much like gone, because of like how prevalent all the Terran players make Ravens in TVT. But if you throw in a Banshee or two, like the uncloaked versions, and then if you like throw them in when the opponent Terran is moving out, then it could actually deal quite a lot of damage. So I like that curveball coming off from GUMIHO, and it's GUMIHO actually going for 3-1-1, and then it's gonna go for tank. And so once again, no Ravens. He doesn't like the Ravens, which is very interesting because Ravens have so many skills that are very useful in this matchup.
Yeah, a little bit surprising. You would imagine you would at least make one Raven before switching out the starport there.
But clearly, the Ravens haven't done him any favors, so that's why they're getting completely abandoned. Right now, Banshee picking off 3 Marines, couple of Marines, 3 SCVs and a couple of Marines, 3 Marines now, 4 Marines, oh my god, who's the microjacks in here? Well, in the end, the Marines prevailed, but I think it's completely worth it. So many Marines and 3 SCVs being picked off. Like losing that many is like it's going to kill all the tempo of Byun, because he's working off of 1-1-1 and he's trying to do another timing aggression using the air control that he's gonna have using the Raven and Vikings. But losing 7 Marines in totality, like, it's gonna be huge. And right now GUMIHO already has the infrastructure and already has Steam available, so like if GUMIHO doesn't get caught blindly, I think he can actually pounce on Byun's army and can actually crush it, despite the presence of 2 Ravens. Well, we shall see. GUMIHO actually allowed Byun to position himself with the siege tanks there, so it's already a good news for Byun, but Byun really needs to be careful. Oh, is this team gonna go down? GUMIHO, hello? Hello?
Oh, I think so. I think so.
He's firing out tech lab. There we go. Alright, Steam denied. There goes the interference matrix. Byun knows that it's now or never. Gotta throw down the second one. There's the second one. Alright, the boys are being pulled to soak up the tank shots to see whether this is gonna be enough.
Oh my goodness, those auto turrets doing so much damage. Those SCVs were just hovering them and cuddling them, while the tanks just absolutely destroyed all the SCVs. 26 going down here. There is still the attack dropped into the Byun's base though, that he needs to kind of stabilize here. Oh, the factory is going to go down. You got to repair it. Repair the factory, please.
No, he says, I need the tank repaired. And now GUMIHO doesn't even have any air vision available. So like Byun can just like, you know, camp here and then use the superior vision advantage. And while doing so, the Raven's energies are going to get replenished, so they can throw out additional auto turrets and stuff. Ouch! The Cyclone got bombarded by the tank, and GUMIHO probably just gonna gear up for a counter attack. But look at that! One of his medivacks is so low on HP. He's gotta be careful. He's gotta be extra careful with that. Meanwhile, after that Clown Fiesta, we can see Byun up 20 workers. Comparable number of army supplies, slightly below, but still he has multiple Vikings for the air control, and GUMIHO just going for that constant drop play because he knows it's gonna be really hard to break that front, even though there are only 2 siege tanks due to the presence of Ravens. It's going for that counter attack. Tank going down. Gonna utilize his the stim advantage to dish out as much damage as possible, and as you can see, 28 SCVs down, and look at the main base, Snoopy. They're all idling.
Yeah. This is this is quite the game here. So back and forth. One minute.
Byun has no minerals. Like he was at like flat 0 for a good amount of time.
Yeah, and
like
1 minute.
Flat 0.
Like 1 minute ago, he was up 20 workers. It's crazy. You can see the income graph. A huge spike here for the Yellow Terran as that drop really is significant damage. And now he's going to be able to break free out of this contain. Maybe. Oh, actually, never mind. The auto turret just completely denies it. And Byun, he's going to take it.
Your thoughts?
Well, it looks like yeah, look, there's no second gas for GUMIHO, so he's definitely looks like he's gonna go for the Reaper expand. While on the other side, though, we have Byun going for 2 gas off the bat, so it looks like Byun may be gearing up for some early on aggression. I'm wondering if this SCV is gonna scout or maybe plant down a proxy of some sort. Looks like maybe just gonna go for a scout for now.
Usually, if you send the SCV at 18 supply, it's like 90% of the time just for a scout. And he spots the CC at the natural immediately, meaning that he knows it's a Reaper expand. So, I mean, it can be another replica of the last game. We can see another Clown Fiesta, so who knows. And immediately going for that factory, I think he's going to go for double Reaper production again. Yep, there we go. He's gonna probably do the identical thing, 4 Reapers plus 2 Hellions. This time, GUMIHO actually built a depot at the side of his main base to spot those, and also so that the Reapers can't escape towards that choke point. So the only entry point will be at the front side of the cliff.
Yep. So it's kind of looking a little bit like a deja vu scenario, right? Compared to the last game.
Yeah. I think. So that means we could see another Clown Fiesta, but this time actually instead of going for 4-2, because he didn't produce a single Hellion from the naked factory. He's just gonna use only 2 Reapers. But then that means these 2 Reapers are going to be denied by the 2 Marines this time around. You know, last time he had. Oh, look at this! GUMIHO immediately going for a counter attack with his Reaper. Is he going to kill 2?
Oh, he's dancing around. He's microing. Nope. Looks like the SCV I think will be. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
That feels Batman moment. I think if the Reaper had targeted the SCV sooner, then that start port wasn't gonna go out for another like good 15 seconds or so, which is gonna, you know, set back on Byun's game plan completely. But Raven finally in queue. Tech lab being touched onto the Rex, so probably gonna go for that Steam upgrade. We know Byun struggled with the stim being denied in the previous game, and in spite of that, he still won in the end. Once again, Gumio going for that Banshee. I think there's a grudge between Gumio and Raven for some reason.
Kind of weird though, because I mean, you know, he plays out of all the Terrans, he's best known for going for mech. Of course, mech usually involves some sort of Raven. Although I guess, you know, there are those some mech games where you go mainly Banshees to open up. But no cloak. So it looks like it's going to be just one Banshee just for harass. We'll follow that up with a Raven. In the meantime, though, Byun sending out his Raven. I wonder if that Reaper scout or that Marine scout the Raven there saw that it was coming, because it looks like Byun can go ahead and switch to the other side with his Raven. So it might, you know, GUMIHO's might have caught an eye on that.
And also he has the Hellions at the south side. So like he's trying to diverge also the attention of Gumio. So throwing in the Raven from the top, from the 9 o'clock position, but you know, the auto turret easily got disposed of by Gumio, and GG. Alright. Reaper expand versus double gas again.
You know what? I
Thoughts?
think we might get the same. Yeah, it looks like Byun getting that second gas. No second gas for GUMIHO. So yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be pretty much the same opening as the previous two games.
Well, they have their philosophies set for sure. GUMIHO saying Reaper expand is the way. Byun saying double gas is the way.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised though. I was like pretty sure like at least one of them would have pulled out a proxy of some sort. I feel like, you know, in the TBT it's pretty good to just like include a single game that includes a proxy. But both of these players are respecting one another and just gonna go ahead and open up pretty standard.
Yeah, especially like 3 games in a row, you've seen GUMIHO going for that Reaper expand. Then you know, going for at least one game of some type of proxy series would have been actually pretty effective in terms of also game planning and messing up the opponent's game plan in the future maps of this series. But Byun just, you know, opting to do the identical things. Although this time he didn't go for the fast reactor. He actually just producing Reapers one by one from the racks. Then once the factory finishes, most likely I think it's gonna be Cyclone, and then Raven production once the starport finishes. Yeah, after the initial couple of Hellions, of course. Meanwhile, GUMIHO setting that safety valve bunker up once again. CC nearly done, as well as the factory 3/4 done. Now, are we gonna see another one Banshee, one Raven from GUMIHO? I assume so.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna ever abandon his Banshees. Like, you know, especially both of these players like come from like the early Wings of Liberty days. Like they are super old school. But it looks like GUMIHO just hasn't you know, forgotten that Banshees used to be pretty damn effective in those days of TVT. He's still implementing into his game plan. Whereas Byun probably gonna swap and immediately make Raven. I see 250 gas available as soon as that Cyclone pops up. Yeah, Raven. Raven. There it is.
Oh, no Banshee for GUMIHO this time around though.
Oh, is he actually gonna go for a drop? What is he gonna do?
Yeah, I mean with that medevac,
Two Cyclone drop?
must
Or
be.
it's gonna be 4 Marine Cyclone drop, or it could be just 6 Marine drop and then use the cyclones and the Hellion at the frontier.
Oh, he's not even gonna wait for the 6th brother. Abandon him. Oh man, he was left out of the action. He was just too late.
GUMIHO making me look like a dumbass. Alright, so first CC on the way for Byun. Raven is out, so this will really enhance the defensive capabilities for Byun, unless he's just gonna go straight towards GUMIHO's natural. So there's the siege tank as well. So I think Byun can hold this pretty easily. I'm not sure what it could do. Is it gonna get one SCV? No. There's the lock on onto the medivac. Don't think it's gonna kill the medivac. Marines have been shut down. Yeah, the one depot is gonna go down, but besides that, nothing much. Whereas 2 SCVs went down by Byun's Raven, 3. So Byun was able to actually get more SCV kills than GUMIHO did. So, and now, oh, this Raven, oh, it feels so bad to lose the Raven, but Raven goes down. Second Raven circumventing, but are you going to risk it, Byun? He's actually adding a third Raven because he lost one of the 2 to replenish the Raven count and going up to 3 racks. Same with GUMIHO, going up to 3 racks and third CC with DoubleDBchoi down. Looks like we're just gonna see conventional TVT from here, Snoopy.
Yeah. And oh no, that Raven actually turned back. So it's going to go ahead and fly right into the Viking. A little bit unfortunate because I thought he was like, oh, he's getting lucky. He's going to actually miss and bypass the Viking, go straight into the main, but he, for some odd reason, turned around.
Never lucky. Never lucky. Alright, so Byun is able to establish the third base faster than GUMIHO. But once again, the upgrade disadvantage will set him back at some point of this game if this game were to go any further from like a couple of minutes from now on, because GUMIHO already started his 1-1, whereas Byun's AE base are not even done yet. And Byun positioning the Cyclone to counter any sort of drop plays coming out from GUMIHO, but GUMIHO instead focusing on the frontier, still preserve both Cyclones, has the tanks available, and trying to march towards Byun's side.
Yeah, looks like GUMIHO is going to go ahead and try to find an opening here.
He's gonna probably siege at the low ground that can reach the refineries of Byun's natural, but the biggest variable is that Byun has 2 Ravens, and on top of that, he also has vision available using the Vikings. Furthermore, he also has the sense tower, so he knows exactly where GUMIHO's army units are. So Byun just, you know, posturing, but at the same time, he lost so many workers because of this Raven. Look at this, Raven got 11 kills. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is surprising. He for some reason Byun just didn't respond. He pulled in the natural, but he didn't pull in the main, so the bulk of it looks like was killed at the main base. But oh, look at here, Byun going for that counterattack here. There was absolutely nothing to defend, and 18 SCVs. So all that SCVs that was lost, the 11 one. Oh, actually, never mind. He's going in for another drop here. Looks like Byun will finally clean this up. Boy, once again, going very back and forth.
Tank too strong, but auto turret finishes it off. There's a more drop play coming in from GUMIHO to snipe the tanks. 3 tanks and Cyclones still available, but Byun still has both Ravens available. Oh, I think that was an overuse. He used both auto turrets at the third, and now there's nothing much to converge onto these 3 tanks and 2 Cyclones yet. But I mean, once the combat shield is done and 1-1 upgrades are done, then I think he can actually, you know, scatter the Marines and potentially pounce onto it before the reinforcements arrive. But the reinforcements of GUMIHO coming in, he needs to get something done. Otherwise, or at least the Raven goes down, but it actually plants the auto turret before it went down. The Vikings boys are being pulled. Sign of desperation. Now that worker caught lead dissipated for Byun. Byun actually down 14, 15 workers. I think it's gonna be all she wrote, Snoopy.
Yeah, it's looking very much like it. It looks like we're not going to be moving on to that 5th and decisive game, as GUMIHO is going to go ahead and pull on through. He's going to be taking home the victory 3-2-1.